This kid has texted me before, so I thought we'd see his video. 8 tips to get the best pump at the gym naturally. Naturally. But I feel like this is generically just the best video for all of us to be viewing because it's the most sensible and we can comment on it easily.
Insane pump during your next.
Sorry, before I even get started, this is 8 tips to get the best pump at the gym naturally. Naturally. Without any sauce. Naturally. By Casey Kelly. CK.
Workout. Everyone loves pump.
Hey, holy shit, that's my initials. Coach Kolton, CK.
Your muscle is inflated, your ego is inflated. It's just all around a great time. No, pump can be due to many different factors that I'll be detailing throughout the whole video, so make sure you stick around so you know exactly how to get the most skin-splitting pump. So you might be asking, well, what is a pump? It's pretty much just your muscles swelling due to excess blood flow from exercise, kind of like how other body parts swell due to blood flow. So now let me tell you how to get the best erection for your muscles. Now before we can go to the gym to get the best pump ever, what am I doing right here? I am drinking water because hydration is literally one of the most important parts in getting a good pump. You need the electrolytes, you need water.
This is so real. So real. People really underestimate how much more water they need when they're training significantly hard. Like, especially if I get a client, I'm like, hey man, like we really got to step your game up. Like they send me training footage and it's like very sub-maximal, like very, very sub-maximal, which is funny because like everyone's like, oh dude, my training's good. I know it. I just need to work on my diet. And I look at their training. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like you are 10 reps from failure, my guy. We need to absolutely work on intensity. And then they do. And then it's like, okay, now they're actually depleting minerals. They're depleting water. We need to replete some of that shit. And it's like every fucking time someone trains intense, they're like, man, I'm feeling so weak and depleted. It's like, how much water are you drinking? The same. 3 liters. Oh, geez. Well, there's your problem. You know, you have to drink a lot of water. When I wake up in the morning, I like to go train shortly after. So like I get up super early as I can. I drink some coffee. I do work for about 2-3 hours. I cook breakfast. I do work for about another hour. And then I go to the gym. But I'm in between those 4 or 5 hours, I'm pounding at least 2 liters of water, like straight up 2 liters.
Because that's what's actually put.
Test is superior now. Yeah, testosterone is bioidentical, so it's natural. You guys, testosterone is bioidentical. You can take as much of it as you want. 3 grams of test, natty.
Blood through your muscles. So we're drinking water right here. And a little trick I like to use as well is some
Let me get salt. Salt, he's going to put salt.
Hydration packets.
Oh, so close. It's basically salt. Don't buy hydration packets. Just put salt in your water if you need more hydration and take a magnesium supplement. You'll be good to go.
Now, this is not necessary at all, but right here, I'm using some Rise hydration packets. Code Casey, you already know. This is going to give you some electrolytes. It's going to get your pump.
Most people overanalyze their diet, I feel, and don't focus on training enough and also hydration. 1000%. I think it's really easy to actually dial in someone's diet, and you can get someone lean doing that, but getting them like more muscular is so hard because you have to convince someone to train to failure. And if they've never done it before and they don't have someone to push them to that point physically, they never get it and they never grasp it. And so it's like this diminished return, and it's a very unfortunate thing to see because then what happens is people start to think, I don't got it. Like whatever it is, I don't have it. And the reality is they do, or they might likely have it, but it's just that they're not training significantly enough. And it's just these very sub-maximal workouts that are nowhere near intense. They might be painful, but intensity is not a proxy to painful. It is a definition of close proximity to failure.
Even better. So make sure you're getting
it's unnecessary. Here's my discount code.
Hydrated. So that is tip number 1. Hydration is literally king when it comes to getting.
Is he gonna mix that up?
A good pump, but everything else also helps as well. All right, pre-workout meal, baby. Now you might be like, Casey, this is the most basic meal in the world. Why are you eating this pre-workout meal? Why is this the best meal ever? We're having chicken and rice. Best pre-workout meal because we want a lot of carbs, a moderate amount of protein, and very little fat. So what is chicken and rice? That fits the description absolutely perfectly. So we're going broccoli in the air fryer. Bam. And then rice. And why exactly do we want a lot of carbs? Well, carbs are gonna get in our muscles.
Here's a good tip for you guys. Resistant starches are created when cooked carbohydrates, specifically starchy carbohydrates, are then cooled shortly after. And so when you see someone like this who has rice in their Tupperware, they're eating it especially before their workout, those resistant starches will basically be malabsorbed in your small intestine, but also clump and ferment and cause digestive issues, or it might likely cause digestive issues. So it might be better if you're doing a pre-workout meal to have a warm form of carbohydrate, something like oats that were freshly made, not instant, but rolled oats. And then subsequently you could do cream of rice, which is another great option. Avoiding resistant starches, improving absorption of carbohydrates, and avoiding any GI distress.
They're going to give us a good pump, which is exactly what we want. And then when we eat carbs post-workout, we're going to store them in our glycogen
I thought he was going to have 4 Rice Krispie treats. That would have probably been just about as fun.
stores. This is getting really sciencey. We're going to store them in our glycogen stores so then they're ready for the next time we work out. Carbs, people. You want a lot of carbs. Tip number 2. So normally,
Ew, putting the Polynesian sauce with hot sauce sounds nasty. Yuck.
when I'm eating a full meal before my workout, I'll eat it like an hour to an hour and a half. But Q just ate about 2 hours.
Bro, for real, only eating carbs after freshly cooked made my digestion feel so much better. It totally does. It changes the game. People don't believe me that it matters because it's like, oh, you're just being too hypercritical. I'm like, no. Resistant starches are real. Many data has been collected on them. It is very just try eating cooled rice for a week straight and then eat warm rice. You will find that the difference is horribly dramatic. And that's exactly why what I get personally is a coffee bean grinder, and then I'll get rice, normal rice, and I'll grind my rice up to make my own cream of rice. Cream of rice is like basically just granulated rice. You put it into a bowl. You put basically, let's say I put 50 grams of cream of rice into a bowl. I put 100 grams of water. I put that into the microwave for like, who knows, 3 minutes. Boom, you have a warm cooked meal of rice. It cooks so much faster because it's granulated, and it's the same thing as normal cooked rice, except it takes a couple minutes versus, 20, 30 minutes to cook a whole batch.
Hours ago. So now he's just having some quick carbs. He's having some rice cakes with a little bit of almond butter on it, just slowly digest.
Also, cold rice increases histamines. That is also precisely right. Yeah. Which, if you have like histamine intolerances, that's a huge deal that people should be like. You can really develop. I've seen people develop sensitivities to rice. They're like, I can't eat rice, and again, it goes back to: are you letting your rice cool before you eat it?
A little bit. Because
and it's not like the devil. A lot of people will be just fine, but there is in cases that people will have issues with digestion or, like you mentioned, histamines. And especially in a pre-workout sense, you want to avoid having foods ferment in your gut and bulk up, because that draws blood into the small intestine, into your stomach, into your digestive tract, which limits blood flow to your muscles.
Because it's not that big of a meal and it digests like that. Some fats in there, but
That's really about it. Yeah.
yeah.
Good rice cakes, good carbs, quick, easy to digest. So
Again,
yeah.
not filling up the stomach with a bunch of blood, trying to digest
Sure.
it. All the blood's going where it needs to be. We're gonna eat these. Then we're gonna show you the best pre-workout ever to get pumps, right?
if you say so.
The best pre-workout ever to get pumps, and then we're heading to the gym.
If he pulls out a fucking Cialis dropper from like some peptide company, I'm going to be so upset.
Finally, to absolutely smash shoulders and arms workout. But we're gonna eat this, then we're gonna take some pre-workout.
You got a pro grain mill? Is that something I could put in my fucking kitchen?
You guys thought you were only getting bodybuilding, right? You're getting DIY right here. Thank you, looking handsome, man. Looking handsome. Thank
Good
you guys.
stuff.
Everyone. Thank you, Q and Kenzie.
Hey, it's a go-to gift if you want to get your friends or family something. It's an easy one. Everybody likes their dogs.
Man, I had the same truck before I left for Thailand, and I sold it. I didn't like it. I actually hated it. It was a brand new Chevy RST, and I did not like it. I traded it for a Toyota Tacoma Trailhawk.
We're now at the gym. It is time for another important tip, which is our pre-workout tip. Right here, I have a regular pre-workout. This is a super stacked pre-workout though, so it kind of has everything. But I also have a fantastic pump product right here. And you might be like, Casey, what's in a pump product? It pretty much is just a vasodilator. Again, super sciencey. What does that mean? It makes you get more blood flow to your muscles. So that's what we're gonna take right here. I'm gonna go a scoop of Rise Godzilla. Rise Good, Casey, you already know about.
So just a heads up, you guys probably already know, but 300 or so milligrams of caffeine will cause vasoconstriction. And usually most pre-workouts have more than that in total stimulants. So most pre-workouts, it just suggests that people don't drink.
5 pump caps, and we're gonna drink this and then get into our workout. I know I've yapped a lot.
All right, thank you. I appreciate you.
About
I really would like that because I go through coffee grinders making cream of rice, like probably, man, when I was like, before I left for Thailand, it was like every 2 weeks I'd buy a new coffee grinder because I fucking fried one grinding rice.
to get into the workout. We're outside the gym right now in the truck bed, buddy.
The old D1 Yabber.
The old D1 Yapper, buddy. Let's go work out.
What gym is this? This gym looks incredible.
Just did the before and after, but I'm not going to show you that until we're at the after part.
What's the over-under on the product placement on this video? Do we have a protein powder coming up next? Yeah, there's for sure going to be a protein powder for sure after the workout, like without a doubt.
So make sure you're sticking around through the whole video to see the pump transformation. Is my information
Completely unnecessary and actually dangerous for most people. Code Casey for 10% off.
actually worthy of your listening? Did it actually work? You guys got to stick around to the end of the video. Let's get into this workout. Tip number 4, and again, one of my more important tips is to warm up very well before your workout. You want your body temperature to be as high as you possibly.
I'd agree with this. I usually have people do like a little 5-minute jaunt on the treadmill or even stair climber, depending on, like, if they're females, they usually have them do stair climber. Males usually just a slight walk on a slight incline walk on the treadmill. Usually getting heart rate up to like 80 beats per minute, 100 beats per minute, sitting around there somewhere, just nice and comfy, so they can go train with a good deal of epinephrine in their brains.
We can, again, for blood flow. What a pump is getting the best blood flow as possible, which I've already mentioned. You really want to be able to get that body temperature up so that blood flows perfectly. What I normally do is about 5 to 10 minutes on the treadmill. If this gym...
Here's the reality, folks. We can just sidebar all of this, just push it all aside, just get rid of this fucking 12-minute long video. We only need 50 seconds of it. Get 5 milligrams of Cialis, take it an hour before your workout. You'll get the best pump you could ever achieve in your entire life. Dehydrated, underfed, underfucked. You better treadmill, or lack of treadmill, better pump. 5 milligrams of Cialis. You're welcome.
had a sauna, I would probably sit in it for about 5 to 10 minutes. I like doing...
Hey, I have a Minnesotan accent, okay? Treadmill, I guess. Okay, whatever.
that when I'm bulking because
Leave
it's
me
a lot
alone.
easier than walking on the treadmill. When I'm cutting, I'll do this first. It doesn't matter. Just get your body temperature up, get your heart rate up before you get into the workout, and it will make you have such better pumps. Starting off on some shoulders, then we're gonna go to biceps, then we're gonna go to triceps. That's how we're structuring the day. I'm gonna start working out and stop yapping.
That is a face and a half. What's the shot we're going to see a video from this guy in 1 year talking about how he got on steroids? There's no shot he doesn't make a video about that. Why I started TRT at 22 years old.
I don't know if I've done everything perfect. This is the first time I've taken the Rise Hydration. I don't know what I did, but I took my advice. After one set, what? I'm feeling great. I'm feeling amazing. My shoulders are like, ooh, I'm liking that. Yeah.
What's the tip?
The tip is use your pillars of training, the pillars that you use all the time, right? So you're gonna use full range of motion. That's gonna stretch the muscle all the way, contract it all the way. That's gonna get more blood flow in there. You also wanna make sure you're training to failure because it's
I would actually argue that the partial range of motion would get more blood flow in there, but we're not actually targeting blood flow when we're training, we're targeting resistance.
gonna be hard, right?
So
Then your muscles are like, oh my God, I need more blood. It's gonna pump more blood into your muscles. So you wanna be training full range of motion, good form. Also, if you're trying to get a good pump, you're gonna do higher
no shot anyone's taking 200 milligrams of Cialis. I wouldn't have a penis anymore. It'd literally launch off of my fucking waistline.
volume just by a
It
little
would launch like a freaking Falcon 9 rocket straight through the wall.
bit. This isn't necessarily how to train optimally, but
TRT, and he'll have a gambling addiction for sure. We're gonna hear him going to Cabo next.
we're trying to get a good we're trying to get a good pump here. There's nothing like getting a good pump, right? For the pump.
Hey, that's the focus.
Yeah. So I know this isn't maybe perfectly optimal, but you might want to do a little bit higher volume, do an extra set, do something like that. I'll have more on that a little bit later in the video.
I mean, I'll give it to the guy. It's got good range of motion. Better than his friend. I love a little hip drive and side laterals, by the way. I like when you kind of throw it with your hips a little bit. I think that shit works great.
All right, tip number 4 or 5 of this video, I can't tell, I'm just a tip master at this point. We're gonna wanna do more set intensifiers, so things like drop sets and supersets are gonna help, again, to pump more blood into the muscle. If you wanna get the best pump, I'm gonna hit a drop set right here, and then we're gonna move on, but, yeah.
I feel guys always feel like they have to explain themselves when they hop on some kind of gear. Why can't they just be like, I wanted to get bigger and have more fun? Literally, right? Like if Alex Eubank just said that, I don't think anyone would be making videos about him as much as they are. I don't think Greg Doucette would be harassing about him. Like just say, hey man, I've been training for 8 years naturally, kind of over it. Want to see what else I can do. Fair, respectable, get it. Don't try to make it a full thing. Well, I had low testosterone and I was too lean and, oh, my mental health wasn't right. And it's just like, no, bro, you just wanted to take some fucking testosterone, man.
Check this out. Shoulders are probably pumped at this point. How are we looking? Pumped?
Good.
Oh.
How's he looking? How's he looking, chat?
Yeah. Look. Del's looking full. Look how full them Del's looking. Look at that. Come on. Good. Let's go. If you've made it up into this point of the video, make sure you comment pump down below because we're getting an absolutely insane pump. We're not done.
Guys, comment pump down below. Comment. Comment Falcon. Comment Falcon 9 pump. Comment Falcon 9 pump.
Done yet. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe too, because that helps me out for the algorithm, man. Thank you. Not a tip for getting the best pump, but just a tip in general. Make sure you're doing warm-up sets. If you're not doing warm-up sets, you're way higher likely to get injured, and you're just not feeling out the weight.
I'll be honest, this is something I'm criminally guilty of. I virtually, unless it's legs, I virtually never, ever, 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 ever do warm-up sets on anything. I'm not even kidding. Like if it's a bench press, I'm just gonna go straight to like 3 plates and a quarter. It's actually a terrible habit of mine.
Probably could do more weight if you just warmed up a little bit. We're about
I don't believe that part though.
to get pumped up. Y'all haven't seen anything yet. The pump cover came off. That's just because it was hot. We still got way more pump to go.
What are the chances his buddy's on the Sazul? He's for sure on the Sazul. Look at those delts, brother. Buddy's on Sazul. He also looks like he's in a body of a 19, 20-year-old, but the face of a 30-year-old, which gives it a pretty dead giveaway too. It could just be the mustache too. I don't know.
Check this out, intra-workout carbs, Gatorade powder. You can do a carb powder.
We were wrong. We were fucking wrong. It wasn't goddamn protein powder. It was intra-workout powder. We were fucked.
You do Powerade, whatever has quick digesting carbs in it. This will get right into your bloodstream. Same thing as the pre-workout meal.
Hold on, he hasn't actually pitched a product, so we might still be in the clear.
This will just make your pump last longer, give you a little bit better intensity during your workout. So if you want, you can do an intra-workout carb if you have the calories for it. If you don't, not totally necessary, but again,
Even know who the Stash Bro is. He's just this sort of incognito guy for me. I have zero awareness of who this individual is. Isn't that doing the same thing as a rehydration supplement? Not really. The carbohydrates serve a multifactorial purpose. One, to increase like circulating insulin, which is really good for signaling anabolism and specifically anti-catabolism. It also reduces cortisol by 40% after the workout too, which is really impressive when you drink intra-workout carbohydrates. So that's really important, as well as it sort of helps store glycogen. It repletes glycogen. I think if that intra-workout product has vitamins, not vitamin, Jesus Christ, creatine in it too, it's going to help restore phosphagen stores. So it's a little bit different. It's not like crazy different though.
I assisted myself on those, but I'm taking a little bit shorter rest times right now because, again, gonna get you a better pump. I normally take between 3 to 5 minutes, normally closer to 5 between each set. Now
No, he doesn't. No shot he's taking 5 minutes between each set. Dude, if you did, let's just do the math on that. Hold on now. Let's say we did, okay, let's say we did, what's an average amount of sets? Maybe 12 sets. Let's just say we did a shorter 12 set workout, right? 12 sets. Let's say each set itself takes you 1 minute and 30 seconds. So, okay. 90 seconds times 12. Okay, so that's, and then let's say you did 5 minutes. 5 minutes for those 12, so 50, right? Yeah. That would be almost a 2-hour workout, an hour and almost 40 minutes for a 12 set workout. That's ridiculous.
I'm doing closer to 3 because I don't want to do too much because then I'm not going to be able to lift much weight and I'm not going to be able to get any growth from that. But about 3 minutes for me when I'm trying to get a good pump is ideal. So another tip, shorter rest periods, baby. No. Pick that shit back up. Pick that shit back up.
We'll do it on the next one.
Pick that shit back up. Pick that shit back up. Pick that shit back up. No. It's superset time. Finishing off the workout. Biceps and triceps superset. This is going to finish off the pump. It's going to be insane. It's going to be insane. I'm telling you right now. Right, Q? Right.
Whatever he says.
It's going to be insane. This dude just yaps all the time. Biceps, triceps, superset, push down, hammer curl. Let's get it. Ooh, I see myself in the mirror. Hey, YouTube, how does that look? Y'all thought the pump wasn't gonna
200 milligrams of Cialis the last 2 hours too. Yeah, it's kind of like survival of the fittest at that point. It's just like who's the last one standing? Because like, whoever's, oh man, gotta censor myself for YouTube. Whoever's grapefruit stays on their body for the longest wins. That's insane to think about. Quentin Polyam. Quentin Polyam. Hold on. Let's see if we can find him. Quentin Polyam. Quentin Pulliam, 400,000 followers. Jeez Louise. This is the guy, eh? Huh. He's really fat. Dude put on way too much weight. This is not okay body fat percentage. That's a good off-season body fat percentage. Like the dude's not even lean enough on stage. This is ridiculous. Yeah, he's probably natural. I mean, he's got freaky arm genetics, but he's pretty average everywhere else. Greg says he's not natty, though. I mean, he's got good arm genetics. Like his back isn't that impressive. His chest isn't that impressive. He just doesn't look well. Like, how old is he? He looks like 30 and 12 at the same time. Yeah, he did have that hydration packet, so he can't be that natural. He can't be that natural. I don't know. It's not that impressive to me. Like, this is a really deceiving video or picture. Natty. Looks natty to me. That's what I think, too. I think he's probably natural. He's getting good angles, which is great and all. But at the end of the day, he's got really great arm genetics. Like, he's got really, really, really good arm genetics. But everything else is kind of It's good. It's not bad. It's good. A little Bane Paul action. Yeah, I'd say he's probably natty. In his late 30s. Damn. He looks old and young at the same time. So weird. Well, good for him, man. Looks like he's happy. Hope he stays that way. We still have to see.
We have done the workout, we have done the work, put all my methods, scientific methods, to the test. It is time to see the comparison before and after the pump. Despite the subpar lighting for posing, before you can see we were extremely flat and almost looked deflated, and after we're way more rounder and fuller and almost blown up like a balloon. You can also see a decent bit more vascularity peeking through in the after videos, but if we both weren't bulking and were leaner, you'd be able to tell a lot better. I'd say we gained at least an inch on our arms from pre to post pump. Overall, a pump not only makes you look better, but makes you feel more confident, even if it's hard to see.
My old coach said, everyone has one or two pro body parts. Absolutely. Beautiful statement.
The difference to the outside eye. Those were a bunch of my very best tips to get the best pump, so go out there and get to pumping. Thanks a lot to my good friend and pro natural bodybuilder, Quentin Pulliam, for joining me today.
And a lot of people, you said if Coach Kolton says natty, I believe him. The only perspective that this is coming from, which I know Greg, he does this to push people in the algorithm. Like, it's not a negative thing as much as people think it is. He does this a lot. Like, he's made, I think, 3 videos on me now. And it's like he also DMs me. Like, it's really this weird dynamic because in the videos he's super negative. But I just kind of learned that it's more so to push a person into the algorithm that he thinks is a good guy. So the thing with Greg is he was a natural bodybuilder. He knows what being a natural bodybuilder looks like. If you saw him at his natural competitions, he looked way better than this kid has ever looked in his entire life. I won my natural pro card. The guys I was competing with, as well as myself, aren't that far off from what this guy is. And a lot of people just have this delusion that everyone's running gear, which ain't that far off. That's probably pretty true. But the reality is there is natural people looking like this. Now, could they be fake natties? Sure. But I know what I was. I was completely natural, and I didn't look too far off from this. Like, I didn't have as good of arms, but I was way more shredded than he was year round. I never got to be as fat as he is. But I was also very much more like capped delts, huge fucking chest. Like, I felt really good as a natural person. Yeah, they didn't do the fucking protein. We were wrong, boys. I don't know what we have to do because we're wrong, but we were absolutely thrashed wrong there. They might be absolutely natty. Nothing crazy about the look. Just a hunch. It's not a bad hunch. I mean, you're betting against something that your betting average in this industry is near right. Like, this industry is fucking disgusting with how many people claim natural and are not. So, yeah. You're probably, if you guessed people were fake naturals, you'd guess most of the time correctly. I can't believe he's in his late 30s. It's absolutely wild. So yeah, that's 8 tips to get the best pump in the gym naturally. A decent video. Didn't really extract too much information from it, which is interesting. I just feel like such a degenerate. My videos don't get nearly as much traction. I don't have nearly as much subscribers. And I've put out like countless videos that are so much more informative, but just not this much pizzazz, this much like music, sound effects, camera angles, like all that stuff, you know? You were wrong about 2 McDoubles. Yes, fucking wrong. I'm such a degenerate for not getting that right, dude. It haunts me to this day.